On a very, very rainy Saturday evening, as the clouds burst open and the water comes pouring down on us, that's why we're standing here with this umbrella today. I'm standing right outside the Delhi Cancer Institute. Now, this is one of the hospitals in the national capital that has had to be sealed after 31, that's the last figure we have, 31 of its staff as well as patients tested positive for the coronavirus. And the irony is that this hospital was not even a COVID facility. In fact, it's a hospital, as you can see behind me, by its very name, dedicated to look after cancer patients. However, both medical staff and patients tested positive for the virus, and they've all been moved now to the Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality Hospital. To get a first-person account from one of the medical staff who has been a nurse at this particular institute, and at his request we are not revealing his identity. We now have him joining us on the phone. He is, as I said, a member of the nursing staff. We are withholding his identity and he has tested positive for the coronavirus. Sir, first let me ask you, how are you feeling and how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's very good to know, sir. Can I ask you one question, sir? How did it happen that a hospital that was meant for cancer patients came to have 31 people, members of medical staff as well as patients who have tested positive for the coronavirus?
Yeah, I guess it is lack of PPE kits. We don't have properly to the medical staff.
Sir, it was argued by the hospital administration that because this was not a COVID facility, the doctors and the medical staff, the nurses like yourself, did not need full PPE kits. How do you respond to this?
Yeah, you are right. It is not for an hospital, but the thing is, the patients who are coming from outside, they can be positive or symptomatically corona or anything can be happened. Because of that, we need to, as medical field people, we need protective and all that coming. Just like awareness.
So you are saying that even though this cancer institute where I'm standing was not treating corona patients, all it takes is one infected person and the infection can spread. So how did it happen, sir? How did it exactly happen that 31 of you, and I believe this includes cancer patients as well, came to be infected? How did this happen?
Exactly, I also don't know how that has happened, but while working we got it. Exact reason we did not. Whether we got medical staff or patients, because the patient was coming from outside. So if it is positive or negative, we cannot guess or we cannot say.
And among the 31 people at the Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality includes nursing staff, doctors as well as cancer patients. Is that correct?
Yeah, all together in Rajiv Gandhi. Yeah.
Sir, how are you doing now and how are you? I hope you're being well looked after. One was speaking to you earlier and you had some concerns. Can you share your worries, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing with the symptoms. I don't have any symptoms. But the thing is here, also the government has provided all facilities and all the facilities. But the doctors and medical staff is not cooperative and not managing properly. It's not who are not providing proper, medicine or anything, food or anything.
What is the exact problem, sir? What is the exact problem?
The problem is just not properly organized. Sometimes we don't get food. Sometimes we get food very late. Sometimes we get the medicines in the floor, lying down, and just we get it.
So that must be quite upsetting for all of you, and even though you are asymptomatic, there must be others who are feeling more ill.
Among them, also aged patients also have diabetes. For them, it is very, recently when the food is getting very late, they may be gathering hours or some other medication.
Yes, so you're saying those who are diabetic and have tested positive are especially vulnerable and need more looking after. Sir, we believe that among the nursing staff from the Delhi Cancer Institute who has tested positive is also someone who's the parent to a very small child, I believe to a 2-year-old child who has also tested positive.
I somebody was saying that,
Can you describe what you're feeling? Are you feeling totally asymptomatic, no symptoms at all?
yeah, no symptoms at all. I'm good.
That's very good to know, sir. What about the cancer patients? Because their immunity will be low already. So how are they doing?
They are also very good here, but they are also facing so many, some issues like not having proper food and so many mosquitoes, some issues.
What is the biggest problem you're facing? We will reach out to the hospital for a response as well, since we do not have their response. What's the biggest issue that you're facing at the Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality Hospital, and have you brought it up with the administration?
Being informed, because everything has been informed, but they are trying to do their best. But Rajiv Gandhi, yes, medical facility. Persons are different. The different hospitals, they are not well organized with their work, what they are doing with their staff. That is why they are not organized. But every facilities has been given by the Delhi government, but they are not utilizing properly. Just ignoring the patient's care and not attending the patient.
Sir, do you feel the problem might be that they're overburdened? Because as you said, there are 200 people, including yourself, who have tested positive.
They are not looking after the proper patient care.
Can you give some specific examples?
When we ask, food or what, we need mainly thing is when we are dependent on the hospital with food, shelter, medicine, everything. We don't get timely. We get very late because of the work.
And so you're saying
they don't give proper response.
You're saying the responses are too slow. With food or with medicine or with what? And have you brought this to the attention of your own hospital administration where I'm standing right now, the Delhi Cancer Institute?
Yeah, I have informed and they are trying their best to do that.
Okay. Now, sir, now tell me a little bit, what is the biggest problem? Because as you say, maybe 31 people, staff and patients would not have been infected had there been full PPE. Do you find that the doctors and nurses at Rajiv Gandhi have proper PPE, or they also are suffering from lack of proper PPE?
No, they are having PPE here because the corona patients are here. So they are having PPE here. So what is corona patients here? Yeah, they are having PPE.
Sir, have you informed your family, and we hope they're not too worried about you and the others?
Yeah, they are okay. From the day one, they know that I got positive with the corona, and they know all things.
So one final question, what is the learning from this episode? I just want to repeat for our viewers, we're standing at the Delhi Cancer Institute where 31 people at last count, including medical staff as well as patients have tested positive. What is the learning from this according to you that other hospitals should learn, sir?
Same thing had happened in another hospital in Delhi, government hospital. In all medical team, whether it is cancer hospital, whether it is corona hospital, any hospital need proper equipment of the city. Otherwise, any patient can be positive and we cannot know why is the positive patient. So all the medical staff will be wearing the PPE and the patient will be taken care. In southern part of India, they are taking care very well, and they are doing very good in among the Indian states. They are getting recovery also, like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and other states.
Okay.
So this is how we need to take care. This should be more improved. The medical service should be improved. Like taking.
Well, we hope you get well soon, and thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for highlighting these issues. And we will also reach out to the hospital for a response. Thank you so much. That was a rare first. Thank you, sir. Get well soon. That was a rare first-person account from a member of the staff, the medical staff here at the Delhi Cancer Institute, where we're standing on a very, very rainy Saturday evening. In case you're wondering why I'm standing under an umbrella. And this gentleman is now admitted at the Rajiv Gandhi Super Speciality Hospital in the capital, which is a COVID-only facility. As he just told us, there are 200 others who are battling the COVID virus disease. But just imagine, this hospital behind me was not even treating coronavirus patients. But now there are 31, including cancer patients who, by the way, have low immunity and therefore are especially vulnerable, who are dealing with this disease, this virus. And as the nursing staff member just told us, the moral of the story is that hospitals everywhere, even if not dealing officially with coronavirus patients, need full and proper PPE kits. Otherwise, hospitals and entire medical staff, health workers, doctors will become vulnerable to the virus themselves. That is the moral of the story. This report from the Delhi Cancer Institute.